for marketing expertise. A lot of it is because my personality is so big. A lot of it is just because I have a loud voice in particular and I'm not scared to use it. And so it goes beyond just normal passions, right? It's not just about what you're passionate about. It's also about what really makes sense and matches your personality. So how can you contribute meaningfully to the world in whatever it is you're doing through your business is really kind of my overarching statement when it comes to what I'm doing. And so legacy is important to me. Leaving an impact is very important to me. And I guess what I'm kind of trying to say is start and run businesses that you know you can start and run. So when it comes to social media, the first thing that really catapulted me, it is live video. And I know a lot of you, you like to kind of, you like to hide behind your business. Like I see this all the time. People are like, no, my social media page, you know, it's supposed to just be about the business. Well, it's changed a lot, especially in the last probably 5 years. I've noticed that social media, the way people are shopping, they're shopping with people that they know, like, and trust. And so if you're not somebody who shows people who you are, you're gonna have a very difficult time converting customers. You're gonna have a very difficult time getting people to want to mesh with you. You're gonna have a very difficult time closing. I'm able to close extremely quickly because there's so much relationship equity built into everything that I do. There's so much Jessie Lee personality built into everything I do. There's so much, it's not really sweat equity, but sweat equity, for a lack of a better word, in what I do. So if I'm promoting something, people that know me, like me, and trust me go, yeah, for sure. If she likes those, there's probably a lot of boys watching this, but I was gonna say, if she likes those eyelashes, I wanna wear those eyelashes. If she likes that lipstick, I wanna wear that lipstick. If she likes those clothes, then I wanna wear those clothes too. And so you're able to scale business really then at the speed of how quickly you build relationships. I think what I see a lot of is this marketing, especially on Instagram, where it still is like, it's boring. Like if I were to look at your social media pages, I can tell oftentimes that they are run by a social media firm. I can tell that they are, it's not you. It's like you maybe picked a font or a theme of colors and you think that's what a brand is. I want to be the one to tell you that what a brand actually is what is your actual reputation? Like when somebody thinks about you, what are they thinking about? What is the first thing that comes to their mind? And maybe if you're taking notes, you can write those things down. Like, what are the things that come to mind when somebody is thinking of you? And what are the things you want to be known for might even be more important. An exercise I coach people on a lot, maybe this is useful for you, is I have people who want to start incorporating their personality more into their businesses. I ask them to hold up 3 fingers, which I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but hold up 3 fingers, take a selfie. And I just want you to ask people, what are 3 things that when you think of me, you think about? And you will get a lot of really good responses. You will get all kinds of things that maybe you didn't realize you were really good at. Because one of the things I've noticed is that people tend to be self-deprecating. It's why they'll hide behind the keyboard, but they won't tell people about their lives, about their businesses, about whatever, like about who they really are, about the vulnerabilities in their life, etc. They hide behind the keyboard, and you'll be shocked at how much people can actually read in to who you really are as a person. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. So then you can start to notice, ooh, I'm known for that, but I don't want to be known for that. Or, oh, I love that I'm known for that. I want to talk more about that. So that's a little challenge you can maybe do if you're more open to the idea of expanding your social media reach organically. I think that's powerful. By the way, I don't think I said this, but we are doing hundreds of millions of dollars in sales every single year. I have international business in 27 markets that are open currently. I don't know. So it works everywhere. It works all over the world. I've had the Germans go, oh, this won't work in Germany. And then it works in Germany. I've had the Malaysians say, oh, no, it won't work in Malaysia. I'm like, come on. Yes, it will. I've had the people all over the world say it doesn't work. The only thing stopping this from working is that you won't do it. So what does that mean? I don't know. I like you guys. So like that was like supposed to be really nice. Let me like rub you for a second. Okay, now you guys like me again. Okay, cool. So just do it, okay? Just do it. I know it's weird, but it works and it's important if you're going to build your brand, okay? So like I said, I went crazy on live video, and it scaled my business from honest to God doing like $2 million a year in sales and thinking I had it going on to, like I said, 200 million plus a year. And so just the one stream of income, right? And so in 2015, December 2015, Mark Zuckerberg, the great Mark Zuckerberg, he came out with a live video feature, and I went, oh, no. I cannot do this. I cannot do it. I will not go on live video. I will like schwitz. I will die. I absolutely cannot do it. I need to be organized. Okay, like all of the self, depreciate, like whatever those things are in your mind that you keep saying about yourself that are so not true, I was also saying about myself. And I was like, I don't want to look at myself in the camera screen. I don't know, like, it flips your face and, oh, why does my nose look like that? Or like, where's my, like I was doing all the same stuff that all of you do that stops you from doing live video. And I challenged myself to do 30 days of live video, which, surprise, that's a little tip for you. Maybe challenge yourself or your employees or your business partners to also do 30 days of live video and see how they can scale their business, because they're going to be able to build their brands. They're going to get better at public speaking. They're going to be more organized in their thoughts. They're going to be better at stage delivery. They're going to be better at so many different things if you have them get super uncomfortable for 30 days straight, okay? And so I was like, all right, I'm committed to the month of December. I will do live video just for the month of December because for whatever reason, I got it on December 1st. And what happened was I literally went live for over 700 days in a row. And that sounds insane, but it's true. I went live for over 2 years straight, never missing a day. Didn't matter if I was sick. Didn't matter if I was, in a weird location. Didn't matter if I was on vacation. Didn't matter if I was fighting with somebody. Like, it didn't matter. I would regurgitate content that I read out of a book or I listened to on a podcast or I did whatever on, and I would just take it to the next level. So, and I would just really, obviously the best way to learn is to teach. And so I was just teaching, and my business started going on a major upswing at the end of 2015. So I would encourage you to do this. Now, after over 5 years of live video, I've probably missed a total of 20 days of live video in over 5 years. So just to give you an idea, if you were to track the metrics for anybody who's super analytical, if you were to track the metrics of all of my business growth, so much of it is based and predicated around this live video. Couple quick tips on live video for those of you who don't do them, are scared to do them, whatever. Number one, oh my gosh, lighting, okay? I see people trying to sell product or pitch an opportunity or explain real estate or explain their business or whatever, and it's like they literally look like they're in a flippin' dungeon, okay? And they're holding the phone, like, I don't even know what you're doing. Like, people literally are like holding the phones like this and walking around their house in the dark. I'm like, is it the Blair Witch Project? Like, what exactly is going on right now? I cannot watch this. I'm probably going to barf. So you might be having low viewership if you've got people vomiting and they can hardly see you. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, I have a lot of personality. I know I'm funny, so you can laugh. Okay, I'm like a comedian. Let's go. So I decided to teach people how to do this. And so I would tell them, get good lighting. If you need to sit it up in front of a window, just do it in front of a window. Get some natural lighting. Some of you have this like weird, quiet, dusty energy. That's like my favorite word. Like dusty, crusty energy. You're like kind of boring. Okay, I love all of you and your personalities. And this is just my live personality, by the way. I'm very like quiet in person. Some of you met me and you're like, I didn't know she talks that much. But I am an introvert by nature, extrovert by business. And so I will tell all of you, when you are going live for those first, I don't know, probably 50 times, stand up. Okay, stand up. You have got to get energy flowing through your body. Obviously, energy is created through motion. Some of y'all just need to stand up. The other thing I would recommend is not having a crazy background. And I am a big fan of Post-it notes. So I happen to have my laptop open here, so I'm glancing down at my notes I have for you. But if this were on my telephone, next to my light, I would have a Post-it note just with an outline, bullet points I want to cover, keeping myself concise and to the point. Rambling all over the place does not serve you. The other thing I'll tell you about live video and social media marketing in general, if you're taking notes, oh my God, calls to action. Like, what do you want me to do? Okay? What do you want me to do? Okay? If you want me to buy something, maybe you could say something like, if you're interested in this product or service, maybe you can drop a yes in the comments below. If you drop a yes in the comments below, that'll follow up with you. If you're low on followers when you're live, tell people, hey, if you're watching this and you're getting value out of this, just go ahead and tap my face, tap the screen, and hit the follow button. Right? You're not telling people what to do. Y'all are very successful business people. I know all day long you're out there bossing people around. Boss them around on social media with like a little bit of like, niceness too, some kindness behind it. Tell people what you want, right? Tell people what you want them to do. Do you want them to opt into something? Then tell them to go to the link tree in your bio. Create a link tree in your bio. That's another little tip you should do, right? Do you want them to sign up for a course or something, an email opt-in, a comment on something, engage on something where you can start to funnel them through stuff? Well, then tell them. It's not difficult. People are out there waiting for you to say, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. You'll get these results. Well, you're really good at that in all your businesses. Just get them to do this, do this, do this, do this on social media so you can build your brand. And the reason why building your brand is so important in this day and age is because it gives you so much credibility around everything, right? It gives you credibility when it comes to collaboration, which is so important on social media. Like, I think you know this, 2021, so much of it is who do you know, right? It's not even all about what you know. I'm sure all of you are already connected on Instagram. You have each other's phone numbers, Facebooks, etc. If you haven't already done it, go ahead and follow each other. You need to go. You should follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'm Boss Lee. Right? You should listen to my podcast. It's number 10 in the world for business. Like, I'm telling you what I want you to do. I want to be friends with you. You should connect with me. This is obviously what is useful in this day and age, right? You want to take yourself to the next level. You wonder why this person has 3 million followers, this person, whatever. A lot of those are because they've been able to collaborate with a really good media agency who's been able to scale their followers, right? Who do they know? And if you don't have a brand where somebody feels something when they think about you, we need to start creating a brand where somebody feels something when they think about you. Your level of vulnerability is totally up to you, but I cannot tell you how important it is that you start to tell your story. When I started to tell my story about my real life, like being raised by my grandparents in a household with domestic violence, growing up in poverty, we didn't have enough food, we didn't have clothes that fit. I sent my dad to jail when I was 9 years old, and like, that's my homie. Like, I love my dad, right? We're so good, don't worry about it, it's not a dramatic situation. Like, I'm telling you, when I started opening up about these things, people kept saying, and this is not a political statement, people kept saying, oh my gosh, Jessie Lee, me too. Oh my gosh, Jessie Lee, wait a minute. You can make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and that's how you grew up? Well, me too. Oh, so you were the like nerdy fat band kid all through high school, and now you're like this influencer on social media, and you're closing deals left and right, and you're an investor, and you're this and you're that. Well, okay, me too. I sat alone at lunch. And so I don't know how deep you're comfortable going, but I'll tell you, I've never regretted opening up to people about who I am. I've never regretted being me on social media. I don't know if you expected me to show up and like be all fancy, but no, this is what I've looked like literally all day. You can watch all 9 live videos I've already done today. I've worn this hoodie all day since I got back from doing cardio. I haven't even showered yet, to be honest. I'm kind of gross, but that's okay. I had too many meetings to do. Like, it's just me. My hair probably needs to be washed. Like, I don't care. This is me. There's a lot going on in my brain that matters a lot more than showing up and being fancy and whatever else it is. So who are you? How are you connecting with people? Because people do not connect with stuff. People connect in here. So I have a strategy that I teach people all the time. And again, it's going to depend on your level of comfortability of how far you're going to go with this, but it's up to you. Okay. And before I even tell you this, I'm going to let you know, I do not have the biggest TikTok following on earth by any stretch of the imagination. I think I have like 126,000 followers on TikTok, and I've been like stalled for a minute, which is fine. They need to follow me more over there, right? I'm putting out content like crazy, but anywho, like nothing's gone viral for a while, right? But I'm going to tell you, on that app, I have made in less than 4 months just shy of $1 million now. And I don't run ads. I don't do anything except for create content and then follow up. 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 And I'm going to show you shortcuts that all of you should have on your phone if you run any kind of business in just a second. But the tactic that I train people on is called FIT. So I tell people to go and get fit every single day. And I'm not talking about the gym, which yes, successful entrepreneurs should all work out. We should all work on our fitness. We should all drink more water. Here you go. You know, it's like a little trend that's like when you see someone drink some, you should drink some. Here you go, drink some water. Look, I'm gonna do it again. I have all these glasses of water I forgot I had. Here you go. Look how cool this cup is. Isn't it so cool? All right, we drank water together. Good. Now we just need to break some bread, right? So I call it fit, getting fit. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And so the question is, how fit do you want to get, right? How many times do you want to post on social media each day? And again, I know some of you are looking at it like it's a huge to-do, like it's a big, dramatic, whatever. You can become a master of repurposing content. I'm going to talk about it, okay? So if I'm live on Facebook, I'm also going to be live on Instagram and TikTok. You know you can do that? You know you can do that, right? Okay, I know what y'all pay to be part of this mastermind, okay? You can go find your little dingy, half-broken phones. This one's not half-broken, but you can find your phones, your secondary, like I got all kinds of phones, right? I got a lot of devices all over the place. Get your old phones. You can set them all up in a row, tic-tac-toe, okay? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And you can literally go live on all the devices at once. Okay, this isn't a fancy streaming platform. This isn't something special. People are always asking me, oh my God, where are you streaming from? 3 telephones. Okay, next question. Right, like it's nothing fancy, but that's fit. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And then I suggest you post every day on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. There are so many different audiences on social media. Let me explain, okay? There are people, first of all, who only use Facebook. Second of all, only use Instagram. And third of all, only use TikTok. Okay? On top of that, inside of there are different ways to consume content. There are people who only watch stories. That's me. Okay? There are people who only read posts. And there are people who only watch live video. So if you're not putting out different kinds of content for different kinds of people, you're literally missing different demographics. You're missing huge market share. I know it might be weird for you to post a funny meme. Maybe you're like, that's kind of out of my comfort zone, whatever. Business is about getting out of your comfort zone. Business is about learning something new. Business is about being aware always of your competitors' moves. Like, business is cutthroat. So when somebody's doing something and trying to compete with me, the audacity. Don't compete with me, I'm the best, okay? Like if somebody, at least in what I do, right? If you were trying to compete with me, like, let me tell you, friend, you're not gonna knock me down because I'm gonna go, ooh, okay, let's innovate. Okay, they're doing this, bet. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna do that. Oh, you're gonna work that many hours a day, then I'm gonna work this many hours a day. Like, you think you're gonna outpace me? No, I'm up here. I'm always outpacing. I'm always paying attention to competitors' moves. When people started putting reels on Instagram, I went, oh, reels on Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna do multiple reels on Instagram, and I'm gonna do more IGTV, and I'm gonna make more posts, and. Like, it's just like any other business. What are the products and services that your competitors are offering? How do you one-up them? How do you get better? Well, if everybody's not scared to do TikToks on TikTok, but they're terrified of live video, hello, that's market share. People are terrified to do live video, period. Y'all are multimillionaires watching this right now. Like, you should probably not be scared of public speaking at this point, right? Go do it. Pay attention to how somebody's marketing their brand and you like it, right? How do they price their products and services? How do you get a competitive edge and not edge them out, not overprice your product? Make something where they should pay more because you're better, right? If you find out every detail of what other people are doing to a certain extent without obsessing, right? At the beginning, then you can outcompete without really trying. I started noticing people were doing live video and they were so boring. They were so boring. I was watching these live videos like, these people are selling something? I'm sorry. I was taking a nap because you're tragically boring. And I went, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create, check this out, an alter ego. So if you've ever met me as in Jessie Lee, I am quiet. I am introverted. I don't think the word is shy because I'm not shy. I'm very confident. But I am very to myself, right? I will speak when it's time to speak. That's just how I am. And I was like, that is not gonna fly on live video. Like, nobody is gonna be excited about that on live video. I'm gonna be like everybody else, and they're gonna see me on the feed, and they're gonna go, oh, no, boring, and scroll. No, boring, and scroll. I don't even snore, and I'm doing a really good job at like fake snoring. And I started showing this personality. This personality that is coaching you and mentoring you and whatever I'm doing right now, teaching and training you. This is Boss Lee. Okay, this is Boss Lee. This is not Jessie Lee. I am clearly not shy right now. I will clearly go toe to toe with you. This is like my masculine side, right? I'm super feminine, and then my business side is a closer. So that's what you're seeing right now. And so whatever that personality needs to be for you, look at all of the greats, right? Look at the athletes, right? Like, look at LeBron James. LeBron James is LeBron James when he's with his family. LeBron James is King James when he plays basketball. If you look at Beyonce, right? Beyonce is her name. Beyonce Knowles is her name. Her stage performer is Sasha Fierce, right? So think about what that can be for you and how that can work for you, right? It might sound weird in whatever your business is, but I'm telling you, it's almost like you've probably been coached by business coaches and like life coaches before to kind of like leave the business personality at home, at work, and then like walk in the door and be your partner for your wife. It's the exact same thing. So it's applicable in any kind of business, but you've got to be aware of competitors' moves and pay attention to that. And then just do it even if it's not perfect, right? Just do it. And I don't mean just starting it. I mean get the hell out of your heads, right? Stop overthinking. Stop questioning if you're doing social media wrong or right. Just do it. I learned TikTok by literally just doing it. I learned Instagram by doing it. I learned live video by doing it. I learned how to engage people by doing it. I just realized where gaps were and I filled them. So I started getting annoyed with things. What are you annoyed at in business? Can you fix that and grow your business? What is the missing gap that your companies close? That's why I'm better. That's why my salons are better. That's why my network marketing teams are way better than everyone, right? It's why everything I do, I'm a little bit better or a lot better, okay? I do it because I'm closing the little gaps. I started to notice something that drove me flipping crazy is that all of these influencers on social media and all of these network marketers on social media literally ignored people. Like, I would go to their pages, they'd have all these people commenting, they wouldn't like it, they wouldn't comment on it, they wouldn't engage with people. Some of you watching this need me to like give you this gentle like slap over the face really fast and just tell you, I don't understand how you're running a business and not returning your DMs. I'm just saying, like, I don't get it. This is not a telephone to me, okay? This is a cash register to me. This thing, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching all day. Like, if this thing breaks, man, my cash register broke. Good thing I got multiples, right? Like, I have to have this because my DMs are literally uncashed checks. Yours are the same, and you got them sitting there waiting. Even if it's building the relationship first before you ever cash a check, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's one of the things I'm the best in the world at, is creating these relationships. It's not difficult though. If somebody comments on a post, here's my general rule of thumb. Match the energy. So if somebody takes the time to drop an emoji, well, I'm gonna drop an emoji or two, right? If somebody takes the time to write a sentence, well, then I'm gonna write a sentence. If somebody takes the time to write a paragraph, well, I'm gonna write them a sentence. Okay? But I'm telling you, I'm constantly commenting back. I'm also responding to everything in the DMs. I'm having conversations, and the reason I'm having conversations is because conversations lead to collaboration. Collaboration, I know to be currency. I know everybody knows somebody I need to know, just like you know everybody you know and talk to knows somebody you need to know. We're all very connected in 2021. I think that things like Clubhouse and Instagram and all this stuff, I think it's really showing people how close we all actually are. We're not that far away from people, right? We're not that far away from people. Now, some of you might be going, oh my God, this girl is crazy. How am I supposed to respond to all those messages? So take your iPhones out. I'm gonna show you really fast exactly how to do it. I'm sure your phones are out anyway. I think half of you are probably still stunned. You're like, I have to watch the replay, man. Like, this is a lot of energy. She talks fast. Oh my God. Okay, look, I'm just gonna show you how I respond so many messages so quickly. This is literally how I respond to thousands of people a day. This is how I made over $1 million, or just under, I guess. It's not over. Just under $1 million on TikTok so far. It's shortcut scripts. And I'm gonna guess most, if not all of you, do not have these set in your phone yet. But you all probably have a website you type out a lot. You all probably have a phone number you type out a lot. An address maybe for an office building. Things you always say to customers. Things you always say to team members, business partners, etc. Right? So here's my rule of thumb. If I've typed it twice, I'm making a shortcut. If I've typed it twice, I'm making a shortcut. So you're gonna go in your phone under settings. I'm doing it with you so I know how long it takes to do it. Scroll down to general and click on it. Then scroll down to keyboard and click on it. Then scroll down to text replacement and click on it. So what you're seeing is literally I have over 100, I don't know, well, you can see them, over 100 shortcuts saved in my phone for everything I say over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And so yes, it allows me to be a follow-up monster. Yes, it allows me to be faster than you. But yes, I just gave you a tip. So hopefully you implement that into your business. Because like I said, there was a huge gap. I saw a big gap in people's follow-up game. I saw a big gap in how people were not making people feel like they cared about them. And that is really how I've been able to scale so much business, is by letting people know that I do care more about them than a lot of people seem to, right? Okay, the next thing that I think is super important is making sure that you have employee morale. And this can be done through social media. It can. Like, some of you are wondering what this wall is behind me, probably. It's a bunch of heads. I know you see a bunch of faces of people. You have no idea who they are. These are my biggest leaders, okay? These are my biggest business partners. And I know that if I am on calls like this all over the world, multiple times a day, and I'm sitting in front of their faces, A, they feel seen, B, it's socialized, and C, the competitors will go, well, where is my face? I want to be on her wall. Okay? I like boosting people's morale by showing them how much I know them, how much they are part of my life, how much they are part of all of this. Okay? The secret to building a productive team is centering yourself around keeping good people happy. Okay? I scale businesses by keeping good people happy. All of my stuff outside of my main source of income, it's a lot of outsourcing. It's a lot of relying on really good managers. My managers aren't scared of me. My managers don't overstep me. My managers love me. My managers shoot messages to me like, I think I screwed up, Jessie Lee. I'm like, yeah, whatever, tell me, what's going on? Hold on. And then, like, just today something happened. My manager, one of my salons, she accidentally sent a customer a text that was about the customer. Whoopsies. It's a customer I don't even want anyway. She's a pain, right? She's always complaining about something. It's always something with her, right? And she goes, I just had to show you because she's probably gonna contact you. She's probably gonna freak out. And I said, girl, it's cool. We don't like her anyway. She went, what? I said, it's okay to not like everybody. You don't gotta take everybody's money. You're fine. And she went, oh my God, I thought I was gonna be in so much trouble. I'm like, no, you didn't. You know me. You're good. Go back to work. I'm glad you enjoyed your vacation this weekend. Go, go, go. You're fine. Right? And so don't let people overstep you and be a pushover, but like, you want people to be upset if they have to leave you. You want people to be upset if their business opportunity with you doesn't work out. You want people to be sad because they're not gonna have you as their mentor, you as their business partner, you as the person they get to be around. And so most of my energy is based around keeping these people that you see on this wall appreciated. And something I send out to my employees, this isn't really social media, but it is, I think it'll help a lot of you. When somebody starts rising up and I'm like, oh, that's a good person. Like, I want that person happy for a long, long time. Go make a Google form, have an assistant do it, have a VA do it, have somebody do it. You don't need to do it. Pay one of your kids to do it, $5. Make them a Google form. I have a Google form that has scaled my business so tremendously. It is a Google form that is just called Your Favorite Things. And I have their name, and then it says, what do you prefer to be called? And the reason I do that is because like I keep introducing myself as Jessie Lee because my name's Jessie Lee. And it's not my first and last name, it's just Jessie Lee. So if I put on a form, my name's Jessie Lee Ward, I like to be called Jessie Lee, and you call me Jessie, I'm gonna be like, what the hell, man? I'm not appreciated around here, right? All kinds of things. What are your favorite flowers? What's your favorite perfume or cologne? What's your favorite car? What's your favorite store to shop at that's normal? What's your favorite designer that maybe you don't ever shop at? Are you a silver or a gold person? What's your shoe size? What's your shirt size? Where would you like to vacation if you could? Are you religious? What holidays do you like to celebrate? What's your favorite holiday? You get the point. I ask all these questions about them so that if and then make a spot for an Amazon wish list. It's a good one, right? So instead of just doing generic stuff all the time, I'm constantly finding out little ways to make people feel super seen and super appreciated, right? So instead of sending them something that they absolutely hate, what if you know it's your best employee's birthday and you send them like something that's been on a wish list of theirs forever in their favorite color? They're gonna freak out, right? Next thing you know, they are way more willing to help you hit your goals. They're way more willing to share and collaborate on social media. They're way more willing to do the things you ask them to do. If it's you want them to do the live video, you want them to run the social media, you want them to do all the things that you're uncomfortable, whatever it is, keep your people happy. And part of that for me is like loving on their social media. Some of it for me is getting to know them so I know their partners' names, I know their children's names, I know their dogs and cats' names or whatever, so that they know that they're important, that they are super important to me. And it all starts really with that narrow focus on the smaller group of people and then expanding it into everything, right? And that's been a key for me also in my social media journey is like I mastered the live video and then I moved in to other things. I mastered live video, then I got really good at copywriting, or maybe it was the other way around. I don't really know, it doesn't matter. And then I started scaling things like the podcast, like Clubhouse, like TikTok, like whatever it is. But I started very focused in on something and then I expanded, just like we do so much in all of our businesses. This just makes good sense. I know it makes good sense, right? So I've been able to build a very, very loyal audience by being super narrow and focused in on creating those kinds of, raving super fans really who have expanded so much of my reach and allowed me to connect with so many awesome people just like yourself, right? It's allowed me to go in so many different directions. It's allowed me to connect with people totally outside of everything I do. I was once known really just as the direct sales girl. And then for a while I was just a network marketing girl. And now everyone's like, dude, that girl's just a boss, right? Like that, that girl's just a boss. Like it went from like this little narrow, she's really good at this to, kind of seems like everything she touches sort of turns to gold, right? And so I just want you to focus, right? I want you to obsess over being better for your customers. I want you to obsess with showing up for people. I want you to obsess over making sure that the foundational parts of your business are met by making sure people know how much you care. Something I was taught a million years ago is that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so be a better communicator. Be more consistent at showing up. Be more empathetic towards other people's stories. Let your heart be on your sleeve a little bit. Nobody's going to be upset if you stumble and you fall and you get back up again. Like the great poet Cardi B says, if you get knocked down 9 times, get up 10, right? Like, obsess over just getting better. And the only way you're going to get better is if you decide to get uncomfortable. And if you decide to step outside of your comfort zone. And if you decide to be the person who goes, well, I just watched you, Jessie Lee, and I don't know the first thing about Instagram, but I'm going to try. I don't know the first thing about podcasting, but you do it every day, so I'm going to try. I don't know the first thing about connecting with people the way you're trying to tell me to connect with people, but I'm going to try. I don't know how to connect with my customers, but I'm going to try. And really the obsession for me around servicing customers and making sure they've had a place to get all their information, all their needs met, and be able to contact me has been one of the for sure ways that I've been able to scale all of my businesses. One quick thing, and I'll take your guys' questions. I've never regretted making my phone number public. And it's exactly as it sounds. So even at my hair salons, it says, if there's something and you need the owner, here's my phone number. And I think sometimes when you do that and you allow people to feel like they have that access to you, they no longer actually abuse or take that access to you because they understand how busy you are if you continue to show up. My phone really doesn't ring off the hook, right? My phone is not ambushed all the time, which is good because I live on live video, I feel like. But I'm telling you that because if you start to really whittle it down to where your biggest ROI is in your business, your biggest return on your investment, I would guess, is probably the people who continue to consume your product or services over and over again, over and over again, over and over and over again. So for those of you who didn't get the point, my name is Jessie Lee. You can call me #BossLee. I love and appreciate you guys. I know that's super weird for some of you because you're like, you love me. Like, what in the hell are you talking about, girl? You don't even know me. You can't even see me, right? I understand that, but there are people in this world who hate people for literally no reason, and so I will choose to love you for no reason. So I'm excited to answer these questions. I just got the chat for this, so I will answer the questions here for you guys. I hope that was valuable for you. And let me get these questions. Okay. Kristen says, how can we break down our own brands to figure out how to structure our brand story? So great question, Kristen. So for me, when it comes to your brand, I love the 3 thing, like I said, to do first of all. And the second thing is, what sets your soul on fire, right? Like for me, I'm very passionate about helping people. I'm very passionate about caring about people who have felt like they're unseen or unheard. I'm very passionate about expanding people's businesses who literally have maybe never made more than like $2,000 a month in their entire lives. I take on like those passion projects. So a lot of my brand is around taking the normal person and scaling their life and their business to something that's totally abnormal and above average. So I would do the 3, right? Find out what your 3 things are for you. And then when you're structuring your story, what is like pulling on your heart, Kristen? What makes you want to get out of bed every day? Like what makes you just want to scream? Like what are you super passionate about? And that's your brand. Your brand shouldn't be something that's something you just don't really care about. I really care about what I do. I really care about it. And when it's something then that people can also attach their emotions to, you're definitely winning. Hopefully that answers it. If you need more clarification, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll answer it. Emily says, if you are a big introvert, what are your recommendations on getting comfortable and also creating that personality? Okay, so for me, after this, I get to go stare at a wall for like hours and then go to bed. I'm excited about it, right? So I love building on the internet because I'm an introvert. So I was so awkward turtle. What is awkward turtle? I was such a little awkward turtle in person, right? I just want to keep doing it. It looks really cool on camera. Okay, so I was like this little awkward turtle, and I don't know, like I was just, I would read all the books on like how to talk to strangers and like the charisma myth and blah, blah, blah. And now I can attach to that, right? Like now I'm much better than I was, but especially when I was not confident in entrepreneurship, I was not confident in speaking business, I was not confident in any of those things, the internet is what I actually relied on. And so something I will tell you is back to the Post-it notes. I have them everywhere, but like, here's a Post-it note. All right, so like I used to literally get so nervous that I would take a Post-it note and I would put it over my screen, like on the part that I would be able to see how many people were watching me live. Like the idea that somebody would watch me on a live video, I would like barf. Like I was not okay with it. So I would cover it. Remember I told you I use Post-it notes for my notes? I would literally cover it like way up here. I'd have my notes. I wouldn't even see people's comments. And I would just look in this little hole up here and pretend I was talking to my best friend. And I did that for a long, long, long time. And I will just tell you, it's not that, I don't know if it gets easier, but I can promise you that you get better. So this is my version of better at this point, right? As to creating a personality, what does your business need? Like, Emily, I'm not sure what your business is. What does your business need? You know, for me, My business needed a much bigger personality. My business needed a character. My business needed somebody with, that bright blue party, wild personality. And that just ain't me. I'm like a sit down at home with a steak and chill kind of gal. So I started doing weird stuff to see what would resonate. I know this is going to sound so weird, but I would get like props. Literally, I don't even know how many live videos. I had props, I had signs I'd hold up that said like, hello, on them. I would do lives. This is gonna sound even weirder. I'm so sorry, okay? I did lives many times. I'm gonna bring it back because it's my most requested live. I did these lives called Tubby Time, and I would go in the tub fully dressed, like literally like this, in a bubble bath. I hope you're laughing. Oh my God, I can't see your faces, so oh my God, I hope you're laughing. I would literally go live in a bathtub, fully dressed, and I would rip business tips because I would put a face mask on too. So like, felt like I was like incognito. And then, I don't know, man, it was so funny to even me that I was just laughing at myself. And people were like, watching me like crazy. I think I got probably my biggest organic reach ever from my Tubby Times because people couldn't stop watching, right? They couldn't stop watching. They were sharing everywhere. They were like, there's a psychopath in a bathtub. And then these people would watch me and be like, dude, that crazy girl, she's really smart. Like, I think this is a marketing tactic. So I'm not telling you to get in a bathtub, Emily. I hope you're not like reading too directly into it. But what are the things you can try to do that will make people get eyes on you? Because ultimately building a brand is getting eyes on you and finding out what resonates with people. I hope that helps. Ken says, how do you deal with negative comments or messages? First of all, such a good question. So many ways I can answer this. My first thing I want to say is please stop judging yourself off of 1 or 2 or 100 super negative people, okay? And I mean 100 because you might have a ton. You might have a really big following. We are so quick to scroll through comments and like, it's human nature, I guess, but you're reading and it's, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, you're blah, 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 all this great stuff. You don't even read it. You literally are looking for the 1-star review, or you're looking for the person who's like, you're such a fucking idiot, da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, stop. I delete them if they're super nasty. If they're horrible and make me feel about myself, definitely delete and block. But like, more so than not, you don't even need to read them. I don't even finish reading the comment if I'm like, I think this is going a negative place. Whoop, swipe delete. I don't care. I don't let it in my mind. The second place I want to go with this is, have you ever met a hater doing better than you? Because the answer is no, okay? If you don't like me, that's a shame because I love me, all right? Like, I don't know anybody hating on somebody who, is doing poorly. If you don't like me, why? Is it because I'm cute? That's terrible. I like being cute. Do you not like me? Like, what's the problem? Do you want to trade bank accounts? Hater, whoever the hater is. You're doing great, Ken. I know you're doing great because you're on here. So those haters are not doing better than you, probably in any facet of their life. And these little angry keyboard warriors, you know what? Come to my face. Like, say it to my face. They would never have the audacity to do so. And you can really throw them for a loop, Ken, if you're a little bolder than me. I just delete. But one thing you could do is you could DM them. Like, I don't know how bold you want to go with this, but you could literally DM them and be like, Richard, what is wrong? Are you having a bad day? Do you need a friend? Bro, I'll talk to you. Like, what's going on? They will be perplexed. They will feel like they are hoodwinked. They will not know what to do. With a kind message, you might be able to reverse that entire situation. So negative comments, I don't care at all, honestly. Richard says, I've been wondering where to start to get verified on Instagram, and also, do you think that the verified badge works to close deals? I will start with the second part of the question, Richard. The answer is yes, okay? There is something about that little blue that people are like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. Man, I've known what I've been talking about for a long time. Y'all just figured it out, okay? So crazy, right? But yes, I think it does matter, depending on the profession perhaps, but like if nobody in your industry is using social media, maybe it doesn't matter. I build business on social media, so if I didn't, like the day I got that little check thing, it was off to the races, really. I mean, it was crazy. But how to start? You just need a ton of published articles. So you've got to reach out to people, get articles published, validate what you're doing, prove that you're a celebrity in whatever your field is. And after enough things have been submitted, they will approve you. There might be some people, actually, I'm going to guess, in the $100 million mastermind who they probably have some connections. I don't have that connection for you, but I'm sure a lot of people on here probably do. So I would reach out with this obviously awesome network here and find out what that is, who that person would be. Amazing. That's a great tip. Thanks. You're welcome, James. Tim says, great inspiring talk, Jessie Lee. Thanks. You're welcome. Haley, can you speak a little bit more on building a solid team? Yeah, for sure. So I wish I could collaborate immediately with you so I could see, so I could go back and forth with a little bit of candor here. Specifically, I will tell you, building a great team, it's culture. And something, I know y'all are taking notes because I know leaders are learners. Your culture in your business is being created, whether it's you creating it or whether you're allowing somebody else to create it for you. I'll say it again. The culture in your businesses is being created, whether you are creating it or whether somebody else is creating it for you. And so if you ask me, the most important part of my businesses is the culture. How I speak to people, how I show up, how I appreciate people, the amount of gifts I give of, maybe it has branding for our company on it, right? Maybe it's for our, our teams. Like this is one of our branded logos. This crown is all over my house. It's all over everything, right? Like this is a big deal, right? This is everywhere. We literally throw up gang signs. It's a crown. Don't freak out, okay? But like we literally throw up crowns in photos. And people love it. People wait, when are we gonna do crowns up? I'm like, oh my God, okay, wow. But really, it's about identifying who the key players are that you cannot be without. And when it comes to culture, it's not that people are dragons, it's that behaviors are dragons. So identify the parts of your team culture that you want, and you will just have core values around them that you will not budge on. And then when you start to see a little baby lizard, like a little lizard popping up in behavioral issues, shut it down. You're the boss, Haley. You be the boss. You pull those people out of situations where they're able to poison the well, right? Pull them out of those situations before it turns into a full-grown freaking Dracarys, right? Like Game of Thrones dragon. Shut it down. Shut it down. People who feel appreciated and loved, they do not leave people. I'm telling you, they do not leave people. So if you want a solid team, build it foundationally the right way from the ground up. No special deals, no whatever. Drive on performance, run core values, and make people feel loved. And I'm telling you, that's gonna build a business that lasts a long time. I wish I remember the exact name of the book. Maybe I can look it up really quickly. It's that Zappos book. Let me look it up, Zappos book. I'm just gonna write Zappos book. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The happiness book, what's it called? Delivering Happiness. Delivering Happiness. Get the book. I bought that book 8, 9, 10, 10 years ago, read it about culture before I ever had a team. Before I ever had a real big old business, I was reading about culture. The Zappos culture is one of the best cultures that was ever created. Check that book out. I hope it helps. Sarah says she's so interested in affiliate marketing from what I've heard. How would you recommend for someone new to get started? So I actually do network marketing, which is a little different than affiliate marketing, because affiliate marketing tends to be you pick a product and then you use your network just to sell it everywhere. I'm affiliated with one specific company and then I sell hundreds of millions of dollars of one line of products. So we can chat separately about that if you want to, Sarah, but Affiliate marketing, you'd want to get affiliated with people, brands, big things like that, where you can get affiliate codes, affiliate links, etc. If you have a big audience on social media platforms, really easy to get into affiliate marketing. But one thing I noticed for sure is that there's no one stronger than you. Like, there's no one stronger than your brand, because it's something that would be your passion project. And so you are always going to be able to sell more than affiliates of whatever. And it's up to you how much you want to dilute your people. There's a reason that I don't sell all kinds of stuff to my followers. The reason I really specifically don't do that is because I know that if all of a sudden I come out and I'm like, now today we're gonna buy hairbrushes, and tomorrow we're gonna sell lipstick, and then on Thursday we're gonna sell ketones, and then on Friday it's televisions. People will be like, what the hell is wrong with her? Right? It would become very confusing. Okay. So anyway, Daniel, if we are in what if we are in two completely different industries? What should we do a personal brand for? The one that makes money, or the one that doesn't make money but makes impact? Wow, that's a great question. I am a big mushball, and so I'm going to give you my honest answer. It's in two ways for like my aggressive, dominant personalities, my high Ds on the call, which are probably all of you, but me too. Impact over income always. Okay? Impact over income always. At the end of the day, every interview I'm part of, anybody who tries to push me into stuff that my soul just doesn't feel aligned with, and my heart is like with, at the end of the day, I know I've turned down deals that I could have made faster cash. And I know I've turned down positions in companies and businesses where I could have hurt other people and made millions of dollars like this. I know I've said no to a lot of things that financially upfront would have made me pretty happy, right? But me as a person, I know who I am. I know who I am when I put my head on a pillow at night. I know that no matter what my reputation ever is, I know that I'm a good person. I know that I make decisions that are based on the impact of other people's lives before I ever start to think about myself. And by doing that has done nothing but serve me. I've had tremendous success. I know I'm not the wealthiest woman on earth, yet or whatever. I know a lot of, I know that, but I also know that I've hurt nobody. And I also know that I have impacted millions and millions and millions and millions of people's lives. And so I would build your brand around what's making you impact. And quite frankly, when you make the impact, the money comes. That's the great irony around it, right? Is that all of this impact that I've been making for a decade now, just pouring into people. I haven't sold a single course. I haven't sold a single book. I have put out, thousands of hours of free content. I have made tons of people, literally probably at least 1,000 people $1 million or more. Like, I know that a lot of my money though is because people see the impact I'm making and they want to be partnered with me. I know people bring me business propositions because they know my character. I know people will bring me investment ideas that I've been able to invest in because they know my character. So ultimately, make the impact, Daniel. I promise you will make the income. But I always lead with impact. Let's see. Do you just focus on the 3 fit social media platforms, or do you make sure to jump on the others and any new ones that come out? Super cool. Oh, wait, I missed a question. I'll answer that and then Peter's. So great question, Jason. No, I do not just get fit, which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am on Clubhouse every single day, building a big following over there. I do have a YouTube channel as well. And my podcast, I don't go a day without uploading an episode of that podcast. The podcast is not monetized, but it has over 2 million downloads, 1,700 5-star reviews. It's crazy. So no, I'm everywhere. I kind of joke around. I'm like, I'm a disease. I'm like a contagious disease. I'm more contagious than COVID, okay? If you block me on TikTok, I'm going to pop up on your Facebook. If you block me on Facebook, I'm going to pop up on Instagram. If you block me there, look, you can't get rid of me. So just stop trying. I'm everywhere. So especially when new stuff comes out, I do think it's important to be one of those first adopters in general. It allows you to scale. How do you build followings on Instagram or TikTok organically? The biggest thing I've ever seen ever in the history of Instagram is Clubhouse. Use Clubhouse to funnel into Instagram. If you're not talking on Clubhouse, you should. The second thing right now is going to be Instagram Reels on Instagram. You don't need to be funny, okay? It's just such organic reach right now that it would behoove you to make sure you are using Instagram Reels, and you can make the TikToks, which TikTok platform right now is crazy. TikTok is so powerful right now. It literally basically shows you to everybody. Like TikTok will show you to everybody, and then if you're making entertaining content, then you're gonna win. That's just how it works right now. So Peter, I would say go find the trending sounds, find the stuff that is impactful to you, find the stuff that you go, ooh, I know how that can work in my business, and then run with that. But I've only done organic everything, just so you guys know. I don't think I said that, but I've never paid for a follower. I've never paid for an ad. Everything I've done has been organic, and I'm proud of that because it's not that common these days. So yeah. Let's see. There's, I guess, one more question, and then we will wrap since we're at the top of the hour. Waleed says, is there a different strategy for social media and branding for someone who is more behind the scenes in business strategy, planning, and M&A for Fortune 500 companies where there's a lot less application to sharing publicly? So I'm sure there, you could do a couple different things, right? Like you could be I don't think it is different, because maybe you're not talking necessarily about, your business strategy for Fortune 500 companies. Maybe that's not what you're branding, but maybe you are branding your lifestyle. Maybe you are branding who you are as a man. Maybe you are branding the parts of your life and your family that you're comfortable showing, because that human side of what you're doing, those Fortune 500 companies, those brands, they're going to be more attached to you. They're going to want to do more business with you, right? Because they're going to know who you are. People are going to be a lot more comfortable with you. So I'm not saying you need to brand it to the extent that I've branded it, but I think it's necessary. I think that's your calling card these days. I think that's the business card, right? The business card these days is having something on social media. People are kind of weirded out now if they look you up on social media and they can't find you. Or if you're saying, oh, I'm the master of this, and they're like, well, then why do you have 232 followers on Instagram if you're the master, right? Like, does nobody know who you are? This smells suspicious, right? So I don't think it's that different. And I think that it depends then where you want the value to go. I hope that answers your question. We can dive more into it if you want to reach out. Okay. And then I love it. You said you're doing others' podcasts. You're starting your own. So smart. I have tons of branding tips for a podcast, scaling podcasts, but that'll have to be another time. So just so you guys know, that is a wrap for today. We're at the top of the hour. I appreciate you guys so much. Where we can connect, my name is Jessie Lee Ward, so you can connect with me on Facebook. If you're a Facebooker, if you're an Instagrammer, it's I'm Boss Lee, just IMBOSSLEE, or type in Jessie Lee, it'll pop up. TikTok, I'm Boss Lee. Clubhouse, Boss Lee. You can also email me if you're an emailer. It's just ask, A-S-K, Jessie Lee, like my first name, at gmail.com. askjessielee@gmail.com. And yeah, I hope to see all of you at the next Mastermind. I hope you got